Tonight on Kentcore, a person who goes by many names. You might know her as Lala Render, but it's my pleasure to introduce to you Lamiante.
Wish you can learn to stay committed. How come you cannot be faithful? You don't ever wanna call me when it go down. Cause boy, you know that deep down you need to listen. You've been on my nerves lately. You disrespect me on the daily. Saw the signs and I rode right past them. I saw the signs and I rode right past them. 1 minute we close and you distant now. You will never be the dude I used to know. I'm just trying to be honest, and now I'm done being modest. And I would rather that you tell the truth. You got some things that you need to prove. Reflection is key, boy. I think it's what you need, boy. Why? Why you do me wrong? I said why? Said why you do me wrong, boy? Listen, I saw you downtown with your homies, and now I'm all about my feelings. I wanna hate you, but you so damn fine. I wanna even waste my time on you. Usually we would fight, then I love on you. And now I'm giving up on you. It's like everything is never enough for you. Let you get away too goddamn comfortable. Can't you see that my heart is bleeding now? You wouldn't hear me even if I was screaming out. Cause you just don't care. Matter if I dress up or I do my hair for you. I gave you everything, what wasn't clicking, I stood by you, I made the wrong decision. And even though I am a woman of precision, you still acting like there's something that I'm missing. Why? Said why you do me wrong? I said why? Said why you do me wrong, boy? Why? You do me so wrong, yeah. I said yeah. Think I caused some feelings. And I said why? Please tell me why you feel the need to lie. I swear by the end of the night I'ma be addicted to me. I'ma be addicted to you. I said I'ma be addicted to you. I said oh boy. Say why you do me wrong? I said why you do me wrong, boy? I said why you do me wrong? I said why you do me wrong, boy? Yeah, yeah. I said ooh. This next song is a song that has not come out yet, so you guys are all the first to hear this. I never thought I'd find my one, and baby you're so fucking special. With you I can let go. It's okay for me to fall down. Boy, you better catch me. I know you better catch me. That boy tonight, lay my eyes on you. Cause I'm giving you all my love, boy. Love you, love. And boy tonight, nothing I won't do to you. I just wanna be scandalous. I just wanna get scandalous with you. You're the only one I want in my space. Even when you ain't around, I still feel your love around me. Boys like me, I say in your face. I love the smell of your cologne. I love the softness of your tone. Yeah. Boy, tonight, my eyes on you. I got my eyes on you, baby. All my love, boy. Love you, I love the way you love me, baby. Boy, tonight, I'll do anything that you want me to. Scandalous. you, I just wanna get 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 you, boy tonight. Yeah. Here we go. I bet he really tryna know what I'm about. I bet he really tryna see if I'm out of here. So he got a ball of the boy. And I can't turn it down cause I like the attention. I think he feeling me. Really sweating me. If you really want me, come prove it. I ain't got no time to wait. Are you down to chill? Is it really real? Or is it really just my imagination? Play hard to get past the. I be so protective over mine. Come clean, baby boy, cause I'm ready. Another boy take your spot if you let him. If you wanna be a part of me, then you should. Step into the ring, boy. Don't fight it. Don't try to deny it. Don't get me excited. You should come and shoot your shot, boy. Tryna be the most high on a Sunday. Tryna make a lot of money on a Monday. Tryna get a little tipsy on a Tuesday. Day, let me write it on a Wednesday. You tryna eat up on a cookie on a Thursday. You tryna take me out to dinner on a Friday. You tryna stay home and chill on a Saturday. Week feels like heaven. He the one for me, he the one I need. But I think I'm gonna lose my patience. You don't get to move on with it, boy. Better hurry up before I quit it. Gotta make me a priority. Gotta make me a new obsession. Better move on with it. I better got here for you. If you wanna be a part of me, then you should step into the ring. Don't fight it, don't try to deny it. Don't get me excited. You should come and shoot your shot. Yeah. You're tryna be the most high on a Sunday. Tryna make a lot of money on a Monday. Tryna get up on a Tuesday. Day, let me ride it on a Wednesday. Tryna eat up on a cookie on a Thursday. Tryna take me out to dinner on a Friday. Tryna stay home and chill on a Saturday. When I'm with you. Yes. I'm tryna get you dodging. And that's the when I see you, I really see what's within you. Got it. Time to break it down now.
I'm just waiting for the day that you can see us together. But then again, I'm staying focused while I'm grinding for better. Cause I can focus on my future while I'm stuck in the present. And I know you be so envy when they to my presence. But I won't ever let them get to me, you more than the basic. I can't even see them with me, they just feeding off energy. They ain't bringing to the table, I see more of you in me. And I know that this is mutual, so come on with it.
You tryna be the most high on a Sunday. You tryna make a lot of money on a Monday. You tryna get a little tipsy on a Tuesday. Day, let me ride it on a Wednesday. You tryna eat up on a cookie on a Thursday. You tryna take me out to dinner on a Friday. You tryna stay home and chill on a Saturday. The week feels like heaven. You tryna be the most high on a Sunday. Make a lot of money on a Monday. See on a Tuesday. Ride it on a Wednesday. Eat up on a cookie on a Thursday, baby. You said when I'm with you. Said when I'm with you. Yeah.
I really like you.
And just so you know,
I
I really think you should know that
you bought a pop and stuff, he
all
called
this
it
LaCroix. Thank you guys. Thank you.
I loved your energy, Lala. That was so good. And now we just get to chill out a little bit. We can relax. Yeah. And to you at home, get ready to chat with Lamiante.
.org.
We're back here on Kentcore. You know, I don't think we've ever seen a mix like that, like a set like that. That was so unique. You did so good. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about you, Lala. How are you feeling?
I cannot complain. I feel absolutely amazing. This was an incredible opportunity. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Absolutely. I feel good too. I'm so glad you're here. So you have a lot of albums out for being so young. Do you think you have a favorite among the 3 albums that you've put out so far?
You know what? I am so critical of my own previous work because the album that I've been working on currently, that's coming out in the spring, that's my favorite thing I've been doing and never done. And I think when people hear it, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's your best. So that's my favorite one. I guess out of the ones that are out, I would say my first album is probably my favorite. But the new one I'm working on is definitely like my favorite thing.
That's good. What does that sound like to you? What's the feel for the new album?
It is very, it's very upbeat, it's very fun. It's more fun than I've ever had on my albums before because I was always so worried about like, oh, I have to be serious in my music. And this time I'm having a lot more fun with what I'm doing. The 3 songs I just performed were on the album, which one of them, Scandalous, that one hasn't even come out yet. It's just something jazzy, has a lot of experimental, fun sounds that I don't think people will expect when they hear it. So.
But I like that though, and with artists, like we tend to be like our own, like our biggest critic, so I definitely understand that. But I mean, with that first album, that was you, right? That was all you, like managing yourself and
yes,
correct?
And you know what, I sometimes want to say like I regret that album, but I don't because I have learned so much about production, especially vocal production. I love vocal production so much. I love cutting vocals and putting together harmonies and things like that. And also I think it was like I kind of pat myself on the back a little bit because I wrote every single thing on every single lyric on that album as well. And but you know, I used everything that I was insecure about myself with like musically, I guess, and just how to talk with myself and was just like, this is where you need to grow, and that is where I'm headed in the right direction with this next project.
Good. That's so inspirational. I love it.
Thank
so
you.
How did you get so confident? Like just watching you up there, you're just like a little ray of sunshine. You're
my gosh.
What's your secret? Please tell me.
I'm just at a point where like there's nothing anyone can say about me that like is gonna really change me or change who I am or make me stop doing my thing. You've got one life. You gotta live your life the way you want to, not the way other people feel as though you should live your life and mind your business and do your thing. And you know, that's how I feel. I stay confident because I'm just, I just.
You're doing you.
You
really are doing you.
It's hard to explain. Sorry, I'm trying to think of it, but yeah,
good.
it's like, it's just, I just wouldn't be happy if I wasn't my authentic self and wasn't being confident. So I like to just be that and hopefully inspire others because I'm inspired by confident people.
Absolutely. I mean, you're inspiring me right now. Like, I just feel like you've lived like a million lives.
Oh my
like,
goodness. Thank you.
And you talk a lot about like that confidence and love and relationships in your songs. So what do you think is the best piece of advice you can give to the people out here looking for love and self-love, even love in relationships and self-love?
So love and relationships, don't look for it. It'll come to you when it is ready. I mean, you can't look for it, you can do what you want, but like it will come to you when it is truly ready. Don't feel as though you're not lovable because you haven't found your person or whatever the case may be, or feel like you're not attractive or smart or any of these things. You're absolutely beautiful as you are. And as far as loving yourself, just look yourself in the mirror and just be like, damn, wow, I'm cute. Or just like make a list of things you love about yourself and what you bring to the table, that because there's only one you and there's only, you know, you can be the best you that anyone can be, if that makes any sense. Like,
absolutely,
nobody can be you better than you can, so just do you and do your thing.
God, I love that piece of advice and that confidence. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself hopefully at least being nominated for a Grammy. That's crazy to say, but I really think the direction that my music is going, I think I will make it one day. I truly have confidence in that. I don't say that in like a cocky way. I just think I've been working really hard, and I think as long as you put in the work and you have the passion behind it, you can achieve anything you want to achieve. But also in 5 years, even if I don't have a Grammy, because I don't do what I make music because of Grammys, you know,
and
because
the money and all that.
I make it because I love it, and I hope that it connects with the listeners and the art of it. But in 5 years, I guess I would just want to be successful in my field and just have people who look up to me and people who want to, like, maybe just who are just inspired by me, and like they just like love my music and love what I'm bringing to the table, and just hopefully inspire others. That's where I want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're just speaking it into existence too, like that power of manifestation.
It's real. It really is real.
It is real, I swear. And like I feel like you've done that too, to like get where you're at and just like really like power through things in your life to get here too. What got you into music, by the way? I'm curious.
Since I was like a child, I was like annoying. Like I was crazy. I literally would like, I remember I like had, sometimes I would go over to like my cousins' houses and stuff like that and play with my cousins, and we would all do like karaoke and stuff.
Did you guys put on like the little talent show for the family?
Yes. But I was the most annoying one. It was to the point where there were times like where I would go outside like my house and like I'd literally sing in the front yard. I'm like, Lala, what are you doing? Maybe the neighbors don't want you outside. But I did not care. I just would like pick up whatever was near and act like it was a microphone and just sing and have fun. I used to sing like Beyonce, Michael Jackson, all those types of things.
Right.
Ever since I was a child, I always loved music. I didn't know if it was like something I would ever do, like really, but I've always loved singing. I've always had an ear for harmonies and writing lyrics and things like that and melodies. So yeah, I've always known I'd be involved in the arts musically in some way. Yeah.
Good. It seems like you have like that intuition too. Like you're really listening to yourself and stuff like that, and that's so powerful. I feel like that's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. What inspired you to put out your first album? What was the influence?
That was a good question. I'm trying to think back to my 18-year-old self. I think I had like seen other students at my high school like doing like certain things. I remember there was a guy who was in a band, and they are incredible, absolutely phenomenal. They have incredible music, and but even other people with their artistic endeavors. Like I remember there was this girl who would paint photographs for people, and like she would like have them pay her for it. And I was like, well, these people are out here pursuing their goals and dreams, and you know, like, and I love music. Why don't I try to really like express myself through this form of art? And so I started like looking for producers, and I started looking for equipment. I started like looking for what I needed to do to begin. And yeah, that was, I guess what inspired me was I just was like, I just want to see if I can do, if people will love what I'm bringing to the table, and just, I guess just like, I don't know. I just was inspired, I guess, by like I've always been inspired by music, and I just love music. And it's like good to surround yourself with other like creative people too. You kind of just like all mesh and vibe together and like bounce ideas off each other. Yeah, I feel like just like having a good creative friend group who will even like just inspire you and just hype you up too, like, of course. Because those two people, we just went to the same high school. I didn't know them like that, but like I definitely like have people around me who are very creative, who I can talk to about like things that other people don't. Like I'm crazy when I'm producing my vocals, and I'm always like, I'm just like in it, super into it, and I'll be like, that harmony could have been better. Like like I literally re-record takes so many times. It's crazy. But there's certain people around me who just like they don't hear it. But there's other people who are like, oh, okay, I think it could have been better right here. But like some people, they're like, you're crazy. It sounds fine to like the normal person who's not like musically like inclined in that way. But like I just am so crazy, and like I'll literally listen to other people's songs, and like not even like there's sometimes I'll be listening and I'm like, listening for the vocal production, the overall production. I'm like, oh my gosh, that vocal could have been this. I'm crazy about that type of stuff. I'm like a nerd. It's insane. It's weird.
That's just what being a creative is all about.
Yeah.
Just like having that vivid mind.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's weird. I'm like, how do people not think like that?
That's what I said, like, cause that's the way I kind of approach creating my music. I'm like, maybe there is someone who is thinking like me, and will hear if there's a slight mess up in the vocal production or anything like that. But I do wonder, like, I'm like, how does everyone not see what I'm saying? But like, there's people who do, but like, not as many. Like,
exactly,
really,
it's hard to find like those like-minded people when it comes to music or art or whatever it is.
Exactly, it very much is, yeah.
For sure. So if you had to collab with any artist right now, who do you think it would be? Any artist. Any artist.
Any artist. That's so
There's so many.
I'll just name one. I'll say Nicki Minaj. That's
yes. Oh my gosh, she's
inspo.
amazing.
Or Brandy, or Ariana Grande. Oh my gosh, there's so
Aria.
many people. I have so many inspirations. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, those are just to name a few of the many people I would love to collaborate with.
Oh, absolutely. And you've collabed with a lot of people too, so which is awesome.
Yeah, I love collaborating. I love like just like when I hear songs, I can instantly hear like, oh, should this be solo or should there be another person?
Right.
Like I can always hear that, and like I always love searching for talent, like in people who are looking to collaborate and things like that. I love collaborating. It's so much fun.
Yes.
Bringing your visions together artistically, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your mind is just like, oh, it's so creative. Thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thank y'all so much for
Yes.
having me. I'm so honored. Truly, thank
Absolutely.
you.
Well, that'll wrap us up for this episode of Kentcore. Make sure you give us a follow at Kentcore TV2 on Instagram and TikTok. Make it over to our YouTube and check out your favorite episodes. Plus, we're online for all the time on our website, KentcoreTV2.com. Lots of new and exciting content is in the works. We'll see you next time, and hey, stay safe this weekend.